Victoria.
Èkó gbàgbẹ̀rẹ̀ káàbọ̀ sórí ètò bàbá ètò lẹ́ ń wọlé sórí rẹ̀ yìí lórí ẹ̀kàn tó lágàràgà káàkiri orígun mẹ́rin àgbáńlá ayé the African pop. Gẹ́gẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ tí mo pé ètò bàbá ètò lètò yìí ètò káràkátà lórí ètò yìí ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ nǹkan la kó wá sójú agbègbè ètò yìí lónìí á tún máa gbé ọ̀kan wá ṣé àmọ́ pọ́nrí tá a fi wọlé lẹ́ẹ̀kan sọ pé kó gbàgbẹ̀rẹ̀ á wá lọ lú Èkó a lọ gbé ọ̀kan lára àwọn ògbóǹtarìgì sọ̀rọ̀sọ̀rọ̀ agbóhùnsáfẹ́fẹ́ olórin a lọ gbé wá sójú òpó ètò yìí náà pẹ̀lú tájọ máa ní ìfọ̀rọ̀ jomitoro ọ̀rọ̀ lórí ètò yìí lọ́sàn ti tòní. Rátàtà náà yóò wà lójú òpó ètò yìí lọ́sàn tòní. Ìyáàfin Ọ̀jẹ́yọmí ní lójú òpó yìí ojú òní tìyá yìí ìbàjẹ́ òní bí ìyájẹ́ gbogbo Victoria Central náà nu àwọn ọlọ́run gbé kọ́kọ́rọ́ káràkátà àwọn ọlọ́run gbélé lọ́wọ́ àwọn ìyálọ́jà nu ojú òní tìyá yìí ìbàjẹ́ òní bá yín. Rákàtà yóò wà lójú òpó ètò yìí náà pẹ̀lú lọ́sàn ti tòní tájọ máa po ètò yìí pọ̀ gbọ́ngbọ́n yóò kàn sétò yìí lọ́sàn ti tòní alárè ó jẹ̀gbá nǹkan ó gbé nǹkan ránu ó ń bọ̀ àwọn náà dẹ́ẹ̀dẹ́ ẹ̀dà wọn dé ètò bàbá ètò náà ni ẹ jẹ́ wọlé sórí agbègbè ètò ká máa ṣí àwọn olóṣèlú àwọn olóṣèlú.
Káràkátà èrò ọjà o. Káràkátà sẹ́ẹ̀.
Ara mọ̀ní ti wá lórí ètò káràkátà láwọn yìí ètò sórí agbágbé ìyẹ́míà ètò yìí ojú mọ́ bùkún fún ìgbà yìí ọlọ́run ìbà fún gbogbo ẹ̀yin tó ń wò wá ẹ̀yin tí ń gbọ́ wá ẹ̀yin tí ń tẹ̀lé wa ní gbogbo ìlú ní gbogbo ilẹ̀ níbi tí ọwọ́jà ètò yìí ń jáde ẹ káàsẹ̀ kúrọ̀lẹ́ ẹ kú ìyálẹ̀ta ẹ kú gbogbo tó bá bọ́ ní ọ̀dọ̀ yín. yín tòlógan ẹ kú dédé wòyí, ẹ kú fọmọ níṣẹ́ ìgbà àlàáfíà ló bá wa lórí ètò yìí lọ́sàn-án ti tòní. Alárè ó jẹ̀gbá bí mo ṣe sọ lẹ́ẹ̀kan pé nǹkan ó gbé ìkan lọ lójú ètò yìí. Rátàtà náà yóò wà lójú òpó ètò yìí tájọ mọ tukọ̀ ètò yìí lọ́sàn-án ti tòní. Òǹsáfẹ́fẹ́ ni wọ́n, olórin ni wọ́n, tó bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ nípa àwọn èèyàn tó lámìlaka ká ṣiṣẹ́ orin àbí ká ṣiṣẹ́ ọnà. Àwọn tẹ̀ ń wò yìí ọpọlọ wọn pé Ọlọ́run dìdí ìfiṣẹ́ yìí ó dìdí ìgbélé wọn lọ́wọ́ ni. Wọ́n wà lójú agbágbé ètò yìí lọ́sàn-án ti tòní náà pẹ̀lú tèmi àti wọn tájọ mọ́ ká ẹjá sáré gbé àwọn ìpolówó ọjà kan tàbí méjì wọlé sórí agbágbé ètò ká sáré gbọ́ látọ̀dọ̀ àwọn iléeṣẹ́ tí wọ́n ń ṣe onígbọ̀wọ́ wa, ká sáré pawó wọlé kí ètò kó tó máa jù gẹ́gẹ́ bí àti kọ̀wé rẹ̀ yìí tí ń wọlé sórí agbágbé ètò yìí ẹ máa ṣe
ṣùgbọ́n wọ́n ṣe ìpẹ̀tọ́rà South Africa ẹ lè pè wọ́n sórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ yìí +278 4494 tàbí 0735805333. Lapon Fresh Service Solution aṣíwájú láàrin àwọn ẹlẹgbẹ́ bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn brothers powered by the African Portal Radio TV.
Labos náà làmú àwọn yín o, ìpolówó ọjà tí wọ́n lọlé o. Rápàtà ti wà lójú agbágbé ètò lọ́sàn-án ti tòní. To those of you listening to us, thank you very much for joining this broadcast. It's going to be another beautiful, lovely time on the African Portal Radio TV Internet. If you are joining us, please share this program. Let it go viral. That is the only thing you can do for this program this hour. I have one of the great and one of the beautiful one in the studio with me. Are you hearing me?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, you can hear me. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Thank you very much. It's going to be a lovely time on this broadcast this time around. The people joining us, please share this program. It's tuned in one show that is going to be lovely. I have presenter with me that will be presenting this show together. We are not actually hosting him for talking sake. We are putting him on the spotlight because he's also a media person, he's also a musician, he's also somebody that believes in Africanism, he believes in the spiritualism, he believes in the spirit of togetherness, Ubuntu, you know, the Ubuntu we have because you are. And those are the people that we actually portray on this program. You know, the African Portal is for African citizens and it portrays the good side of Africa and telling the story of Africa. You remember when I came in, the song said that Eko Bagbere. That is why I go to Lagos. Now, as I'm talking to you, Ratata is at the central Lagos telling us what is happening right now because we are going to be broadcasting this show together. What is the situation like in Lagos now as we are talking now? What is the situation because we are getting from the source?
All right, nice to be on the show with you, sir. It's my pleasure. Happy New Year to you and Happy New Year to all viewers and listeners on the show. My name is Ratata from Lagos. Right about now, the situation in Lagos is really, it's calm. Just that schools just started yesterday, primary and secondary schools. And for now, there is still the fear of coronavirus. And the government and, of course, people are still advising people to take on the COVID-19 measures. You know, use your hand sanitizers, use your face mask or shields, wash your hands regularly, and, you know, and still keep the social distance. As we speak, of course, you know, Lagos is typical for the traffic situation. Yeah, there's a little bit traffic where I am right about now because they are constructing a road close by, and so it's slowing down vehicular activities in the area where I am. specifically. So that is that about that. Yesterday, like I said, schools resumed, and there is still some fears, in some quarters that maybe the schools are not ready yet for the resumption. Why some are saying, why not that the schools can go ahead to resume? But anyways, they resumed yesterday, so we are still watching to see how everything will go this week and thereafter. So thank you so much.
Thank you, Ratata, all the way from Lagos. Eko Gbagbere. As I tell you before, we are getting it raw from the source. It's coming straight from Lagos. So we have one of the presenter. He's a TV and radio presenter. He's also a musician to enjoy the music. But before you join us, please share this program. Karakata Yafio Jayomi. She's actually the presenter of the Karakata. She's also in Lagos as we speak. Also, please keep sharing it, share the good news, the show began now. Everyone joining us, please share it. This is your show, buy and selling, and as well the African voice, where we are putting Ratata on the spotlight to have the conversation with him. But before that, let's quickly check some music from Ratata before we go into the business of today.
Maybe lost prayer.
Thanks to everyone joining this broadcast. Is happening right here, right now on the African Portal Radio TV International. Elder Amos, thank you very much for joining us. In fact, We really enjoyed this program, sir. Thank you very much. We appreciate your comment there. Is coming in. Everyone, keep on sending your comment. Show some love to Ratata on the African Portal Radio TV International. Is happening right now, right here on the African Portal Radio TV. My name remains Dare Oluson, and it's going to be a lovely and an awesome time in the studio this hour. Those of you joining us, please share the program. You know how it is. You know how it's going. Please share it. Let it go viral. Ratata, let me use this time to put you on the spotlight. Let me use this time to introduce you to the audience listening to us all over the world. Let me use this, put you back on the spotlight. Can you let the people know who you are, where you are, and the position you hold in the society?
Okay, are you there?
I'm there. I'm listening to you. Are you with us?
All right.
Can you hear me?
Anyways, yeah, I can hear you. Your question states I should state who I am, what I do, right?
Yes.
Okay. Anyways, my name is Ratata. I'm an on-air personality with a radio station here in Lagos. You can hear me, right?
Ratata, give me a second. You just have a call here. Let's quickly attend to a call here. Let's quickly pick a call here. We have a caller coming in. Hello. Makason. Ètò bàbá ètò lẹ́ wọlé sórí rẹ̀ yìí káràkátà lẹ́tò. Ojú ọjà la wà nílùú Èkó, a ti lọ ìlú Èkó, àwọn èèyàn ń bẹ nínú ilé agodo pẹ̀lú mi tá a jọ ń nájà lójú ọjà nílùú Èkó. Ìyá, ẹ bá ń dárúkọ yín fáwọn èèyàn wa.
Ìyá Dára ló ń pè láti Victoria West.
Ìyá Dára láti Victoria West. Ìyá ojú òní tì yín, ìbàjẹ́ òní bá yín, àjọṣewò òní dojúrú. Ní gbogbo ìgbàlẹ̀ ń sànà wá lọ́wọ́ tẹ̀ sí ń fi ìpè yín tẹ̀ fi ń fi hàn fún wa wípé ká mọ̀ tẹ̀ wájú. Ẹ̀yin lẹ̀ ń jẹ́ ká wá sórí ètò ìlọ́jọ́ ọjọ́ ọba sí ti yín ni. Àbá ti palẹ̀kùn ètò, àbá ti palẹ̀kùn yìí. Ṣùgbọ́n torí pé yìí tiẹ̀ ń pè wá wọlé tẹ̀ fún wa ní ìwúrí. Ìyá ojú òní tì yín, ọdún tuntun la wọ̀ yìí, ọdún 2021, ẹ̀ ní panumọ́fò ìyá wa. Ẹ bá ń jẹ́ káwọn èèyàn mọ̀ kí ni nǹkan tẹ́ ń ṣe, kí sì ni nǹkan táwọn èèyàn ní mọ̀ nípa yín.
Tí Ìyá Dára máa ń dáná ni wọ́n dáná fáwọn èèyàn. Bó máa ṣe oúnjẹ ní àwọn àfẹ́, wọ́n di rọ tí wọn ò lè dáná. Ìyá Dára máa bá wọn dáná wá gbé fún ìṣèjọba àdàbà dé ojú ètò. Wọ́n máa ń ní pátí ṣiríṣiríṣiríṣi. Ṣé káwá ṣe nìyẹn?
Ó dáa, Ìyá Dára ojú òní tì yín, ẹ láwọn àpọ́n ṣe mọ̀ pé àpọ́n pín sí ìpele. Àwọn àpọ́n kan wà tó jẹ́ wípé ọ̀ríjínà àpọ́n làwọn tó jẹ́ pé tó bá ń sọ̀rọ̀ pé ká dáná àwọn àti náà ọ̀tá ni wọ́n. Ẹ láwọn àpọ́n òun wípé yìí nìyàwó wọn kọ́kàn máa pẹ̀ yín ti yín ni ká máa sọ ọ̀kan tó bá fẹ́ èyí ò máa bá wọn ṣètò rẹ̀.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ àwọn àpọ́n tí wọn ò lọ́wọ́ láti fi dáná.
Tọwọ́ wọn tí ó jẹ́ pé ọwọ́ wọn kò ṣeé dá lórí pé ká dáná.
Bẹ́ẹ̀ tọ́wọ́ wọn ti rọ.
Wọ́n lè gbómi gan léná tó bá ṣe é ṣe tó èèyàn kan bá wọn gbómi léná kò sí wàhálà ìyá wa. Ẹyẹ àpọ́n tí ń bẹ lórílẹ̀‐èdè South Africa ṣe ń gbọ́ báyìí Ìyá Dára ní solution rèé. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ lè dá tó jẹ́ pé ṣẹlẹ̀ ń dákà jẹ Ìyá Dára lè bá yín ṣe bí ọ̀sẹ̀ kan tí wọ́n bá yẹ gbé nu fíríjì, wọ́n bá yín ro sẹ̀mó, wọ́n ro ẹ̀bà, wọ́n ro gbogbo ẹ̀ kó nu fíríjì. Ẹ má pè Ìyá Dára bá ń ju nọ́mbà tí wọ́n máa pè yín sí, ẹ bá ń ju ta fún wọn.
081 720 59
28. Ó dáa. Ẹ̀yin tẹ́ bá ń bọ̀ láti orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà tẹ́ ń bọ̀ lórílẹ̀-èdè South Africa náà tó jẹ́ wípé ńgbà tẹ́ dé airport lẹ́yìn ìṣẹ̀mọ̀ wípé hòtẹ́ẹ̀lì tẹ́ fẹ́ dé sí wọn mọ̀ ń dáná oúnjẹ ń bẹ. Ẹ má pè Ìyá Dára ẹ bá ń fáwọn náà nọ́mbà, ẹ bá ń tún fún wọn nọ́mbà náà. 081 720 59 28. Ó yá ẹ má pè Ìyá Dára gbogbo tó bá wù tẹ́ bá fẹ́ ṣe nípa ọ̀rọ̀ olóúnjẹ dé àbẹ́fẹ́ dáná ẹ fẹ́ ṣe ayẹyẹ ẹ̀wọ́n ló pò Ìyá Dára ni kẹ́ ẹ máa pè. Ẹ má pè wọ́n kẹ́ ẹ máa fọ̀rọ̀ ajé lọ́wọ́, ẹ má pè wọ́n kẹ́ ẹ máa fọ̀rọ̀ ìwò lọ́wọ́. Ìyá ṣẹ́ ti wọlé sórí Facebook lónìí. Ó yá ẹ wọlé sórí Facebook ẹ má bá ń dẹ̀ tó ìta, ẹ má bá ń dà ta, ẹ bá ń sọ di ẹ mọ̀ pé tẹ́ bá fọ bọ́tọ́ tẹ́ bá ti fọ bọ́tọ́ báyìí omi tẹ́ bá ti fọ bọ́ ẹ máa ń dànù ta. Ó yá ẹ bá ń sọ di àgbo jẹ̀dí káwọn èèyàn bẹ̀rẹ̀ sí máa gbọ́n mu, ẹ bá ń sọ di ọ̀rọ̀ lá ká máa fi jẹ ẹ̀bà, ẹ bá ń sọ di ètò bá wù yín ẹ bá ń sọ dà ká máa bá ń kó jẹ. Ojú òní tì yín á máa rí yín bá. káràkátà ni ètò bàbá ètò ojú òní tì ẹ ṣe òyà wa. Those of you listening to us, thank you very much. We really appreciate it. I have Ratata with me all the way from Lagos. Ratata is TV personnel, is also a presenter, a radio presenter, someone that I believe in his work so much. I've seen him performing many times. He's also a musician. He's joining us all the way from Lagos. Eko Aromisa Legbe is with me on the show today. That we'll be rolling it, we'll be rolling it, we'll be gigging it, we'll be jingling it, we'll be doing it together on the show. Rather, you are trying to explain to our people who you are, where you are, and the position you hold in the society before the calls come in. Can you continue with that?
Yeah. Okay. Anyways, can you hear me clearly?
I'm hearing you clearly.
Can you hear me?
Very, very.
All right, like I said, my name is Ratata. Yeah, I'm based here in Lagos. Yeah, I'm a radio presenter, also a TV host. Yeah, then again, I'm a visual artist. I'm a painter. Also, a musician. Yeah, and I love God. And that's basically what I do. I love humanity. I love human beings. That's why I enjoy everything I do. Yeah, so presently I'm with a particular radio station here in Lagos. That is basically what I do. What else? What else? Maybe when you ask,
when we get to the middle of the river, when we get to the middle of the river, we're going to get some of the question out for you. We are dishing it out live here in Pretoria, South Africa. Ratata is with me on the African portal, like here. Ratata is also a radio presenter, a musician as well, and he believes so much in humanity and he believes in God. Ratata, let's quickly take it a bit further as we enter into this show for today. The music that we enter with is kind of music that I see that is a kind of music that is a reggae music, and I have to do with some calling the name of Jah and stuff like that. Where are you from? And can you tell us a bit? Take us back to the line of history. Give us some information about where you are coming from and where you are now. It seems we are you with me?
Okay, anyways, I was born in a place called Warri in present day Delta State. That's where I was born. Yeah, I can hear you. Yeah, sure.
You can continue, sir.
Are you there? Can you hear me?
I can hear you. Yes. I can hear you clearly. You can continue. Yes, we can hear you. Yes, we can hear you. Continue.
Can you hear me, please?
Yes, we can hear you. Yes, we can hear you.
Can I go on?
We can hear you. Yeah, you can go on, Ratata. We can hear you. Yes, please go on. Please go on.
Hello.
Please go on. Please go on. We can hear you.
All right. So, like I was saying, I was born in a place called Warri in present. Yeah. Born in a place called Warri in present day Delta State.
Ratata, it seems we are having challenges. Can you try to park? Can you try to park so that we can get a better signal from your side?
Edo State,
the network is very bad because
yeah, I've parked already. I'm in my house now. Can you hear me?
Oh, great. I can hear you now. Yes, it's better now.
Can you hear me now? Okay, where should I continue from?
Just start from the from where you are from Warri. Just start from Warri. We can hear you.
Okay. Okay. I was born in Warri. Yeah. Then my dad is from a place called Auchi in Edo State. Right? Then my mom has a link with the Yoruba speaking part of Delta State. That's how it is. Now I did my primary school in Warri, in a school called Alero Primary School in Warri. After which I did part of my secondary school in Government College Ughelli in Delta State. I left Government College Ughelli for Adolo College in Benin City. That's where I finished from in 1996. Then I now went further for my higher institution at Federal Polytechnic Auchi. Yeah, where I majored. I did my ND, then my HND. I majored in painting. The School of Arts and Design, majored in painting. I graduated 2003. Then 2004, I went for my NYSC. I was posted to Niger State College of Education. Yes. So I did my NYSC there. I wrapped up in 2005. I was retained that same year to lecture in the higher in that institution, Niger State College of Education. So I was there for 9 years. So I was lecturing fine arts, artistry, painting, drawing, music and dance. Yeah, so I resigned in 2013. I see 2015 music. Are we good, sir?
Are we still good? We are listening to you. We are with you. We are with you.
Yeah, I think you should ask your, some questions further.
Okay.
Upstairs so that you can get me clearly.
Thank you very much. Thank you. We are having challenges with your network. I just give you times to balance up. Thank you very much. I like what you said that you're from Warri. Before we leave this program, you are going to give us raw, like a Warri person, like person coming from Warri. You're going to give it out to my on this program. Those of you joining us, thank you very much for joining us. This is Ratata on the African Portal Radio TV International and Plus. We are having the show together with Kata by and selling the show for the businessmen and women. So please join us. It's going to be a lovely and an interesting program this hour. Thank you very much, everyone joining us. Thank you so much. Ratata, let me quickly take you back to what you said. Grew up in Warri, working for many organizations as well. You work part in with Urobo. Your mom is from Urobo side, and but you are from Nigeria. You are a typical Nigerian man. You are a Warri man, and I know what it means when you say Warri they carry last. You know the way that they talk out for Warri. One day I interviewed this guy. What is his name again? I'm looking for his name. I forgot his name. I'm interviewing him, and he was telling me that no, if you know Sabi speak pidgin, that means that person who don't finish. Say that person who don't finish. Say then they talk raw for Warri, for Aba, for straight. I want make you blow I want make you talk straight. The way they talk for Warri, I want make you talk straight. Okay. Make everybody when they listen to know say. Not be say we just carry person come. Make them know say na Warri man we carry come on top of this show this hour. So I want make you talk straight. The way they talk. I beg. Make them know say na you there.
All right, to area. That's how we just sample man. The people any when we don't fall the they see the matter. Yeah, so we gallant any years. I there so oh boy, I there please Kata say man, I there on top of the show. All the way from Nigeria, worry, from Lagos, Kenya, enter, you know that's South Africa. Join my guy for the studio. Not be sporting that. So we gallant for you any year. So I ready for now. Ask me any question. I go drop and blast the way the matter. They go, you know understand. When I never feel my very first song. That one entitled The Lost Prayer. You know understand? The Lost Prayer, that song I dropped in the year 2017. Now I drop that song. All other songs still follow the matter. So we go the rap and they go. If that the Wari language, we go speak the PG. If na English, we go see try small now. Ra Tata says so.
Now so it be. You know say that English way we dey talk self. Not be our own language, na borrowing language.
Not
so
be wicked, I tell you.
You know say this one where we dey talk now na African language. Pidgin na African language. Anybody wey no be low pidgin, that means say that person who don't finish. So as we dey here, you know the Africa, the only Nigeria, you know the Africa. Because if you dey Africa, you go sabi. If you know sabi, na mean be say you know the Africa. But if you dey Africa, you go sabi. They don't dey mix am as spread dey come everywhere in the world. So now me and Ratata dey on top of this show. Now me and Ratata dey blow am together with the rough am. The thing they go as if say everyone come down, but everyone go come down now. You know how it be. Everyone go come down. Now South Africa we dey. Now South Africa we dey South Africa here for Victoria. Now from here we dey blow. Now from there we dey make up. Now from here we dey come out. Everybody dey hear us in America, in Nigeria, everywhere where you dey. As you dey hear us, they share this program. Now only thing what you do for this program be that if you don't share them, now you say you be enemy. Now you say you na bad belly you get. If you get bad belly, you no go share this program. But if you get better belly, you go share this program. So we get up here, and you know, say this program, another program where they call Kata. That one, now program for the businessmen, women, where we say, if you want sell, you want buy, you want anything where you want buy. Now on top of this program with the seller, all the business women for South Africa here, and they with me. You get one woman wait there with me. She did Lagos as well. Now she did all this show where they have for now. I just sit down for her. She not there around. She did Lagos. That woman now be the Yaloja of all Victoria. Nobody will not sabi that woman. That woman now she get this program. So me, I just sit down here on her behalf. They manage the seat for her to when she will come back. So I can't talk, say make I carry Kata as well, join body, make me and Kata, they do
they run the matter. Yes, boss.
I don't go follow you. I don't go follow you blow English anymore. Anybody will know your English for this program. Make it go learn. Make it live. Make it. We don't enter the same shokoto. We don't put leg for one shokoto. Not say one person put. We no feel waka, no feel waka. Now start.
I tell you.
Come day. Now drop. Now drop. Program.
I tell you.
When they inside drop for Lagos, we dey listen to us. I bet they enjoy around, they share around. It dey happen. They here with me. Let me take you to your career, your music career.
Yes, boss.
I like the music, and I like the ideology, and I like the way you actually present yourself. But what actually pushed you into that aspect of life? Have you been in Jamaica before? Because before they ask myself, if I say this man a Jamaica man, or if I say this man Bob Marley, if I say na for the same mama, the same papa they came from. You know that case. Yes. So I beg, let people know how you enter this kind of music and how the team.
Okay. Anyway, make I greet them in the Jamaican way first. Greetings, massive one. I be the madam called Ratata, I be there still. Alongside the madam called direct. Is what me I say still, you know. So me have to give heights and praise for the most high still. Jah, Haile Selassie the first. The Imperial Majesty, the champion of light. Greetings. Alright, I said my head in the Jamaican way first. Yeah. Talking about Jamaica, right? I never go Jamaica before. I never travel go there at all before. But you see, while I was still in Mina lecturing, I did listen to radio one time. One guy called the present reggae music for one radio station when they inside Mina. So I was wondering that, man, inside Mina, we have a radio station like this and we have somebody presenting reggae music. So I called go the radio station. I said, I want to see that guy when they present the reggae music program. So they call the guy come outside. So we now sat down, we gisted. So I told him, I said, man, I would like to learn Jamaican patois. So now Kata me say, man, he said, man, he's hardly, off, that he's always busy. He now said, okay, was I on to go? I said, no. He said, okay, I have to go on to go so that we can do classes via to go. So that was the reason I even went into to go. So I was doing to go. So a shout out to him, Kayode, and I be named Flinger Kid. So I go to ask her messages or question. How do I say I want water in Jamaican patois? You go type back, say this is how you say it. But unfortunately, it was chat, not audio. So I called it try. But after a while, I went online on my own. I found out that we have a lot of patois dictionaries, both written materials and audio materials and videos. So that's how come I learned Jamaican patois and all of that. Talking about reggae music, boss, right? I believe in one thing that there is this saying I have that greater is that thing that has chosen a man than that a man has chosen himself. Reggae music chose me from time because from when I was born, right from when I started playing music in the children choir in church, they play drums, then graduated to the adult choir, was playing piano and bass guitar. I could discover, say, man, I tilt more towards the reggae genre, right, and the traditional African style. Yeah. So what you are designed to do and born to do comes natural to you. Yeah, so that's how come, okay, the reggae music or the reggae genre just flows in me and all that. Talking about the choice of language, of course, I sing both in English and in Edo and Delta languages. Depends on how the song comes. These songs are from God, so it depends on the language that God drops the song, within me. I did dish them out like that. Yeah, so that's how come. But professionally, I recorded my very first song in 2017, which is the Lord's Prayer, August 2017. That when I recorded my very first song. Right after that, in 2018, I dropped the next single titled Heaven. Then in 2020 last year, I dropped two singles. In October, I dropped On My Knees by Ratata. Then again in December, I dropped Bosom Friend. Yeah, so that's how far I've come in the music. I have a live band. Yeah, so whenever I go to perform or minister, I don't mind. I go with my live band, so they play everything live and direct. Yeah, so that's how that's how far. Anyways, talking about my music career.
Thank you, Ratata. Let me quickly appreciate those people joining us. Prince Oluwarotimi, thank you very much. Said nice one. Miriam say way to go. Thank you. Keep sending it. Keep sending it. A lot of message is coming in. Let me use this time firstly before we go into the program. Let me greet everyone listening to us all over Africa. In South Africa, Dumela, Ashe, Moloi, in Central and some part of Africa, as well, in some part of Africa, in northern part of Africa. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. In East Africa, I greet and there as well. We greet and we salute everyone. In all over Africa, we greet you. Welcome to the African Portal Radio TV International. We salute everyone. Those of you listening to us in America, we salute. Those of you listening in England, we salute. Those of you joining us, we salute and we greet everyone. Please share the program. Let it go viral. Let me take the time because I'm going to take you back to Warri. You're going to speak some of the local language in Benin. You speak some of the local language also in Warri. But before that, let me quickly take you to Yoruba land. I think one lay you about Joe Niti, but Joe Niti, Ede, Baba Ede, Eto, Baba Eto, Asha, Baba Asha, Awalasha, Yama Lukwakale. Ilé iṣẹ́ rédíò kankan ṣiṣẹ́ ṣoṣo ẹlẹ́rọ àmì títì lórí òkè wọn tàbí òkè lórí kódà wọlé tó ń là tó ń la gbàgbà bí ètò káràkátà náà láti wá àti kó lórí káràkátà yìí tí wọlé máa ṣe ẹ máa láìkì gbọ́ wọlé wọlé lójú òpó ìpè lọ́sàn-án àti tòní ẹ mọ̀ pé alárè tí ń jẹ̀gbá nǹkan tí ń gbé nǹkan ránu lójú gbàgbé ètò yìí ìbà ọlọ́run ìbà èèyàn ọgbà èyí tí gbọ́ wálé gbogbo àgbà ńlá yẹn nàìjíríà àti let me use this time to back to where you come from, take you back to the motherland, take you back to Warri, the city of the great man. I hail and I throw a salute to all my big guys of everyone there. I greet and I say, welcome African portal. Ratata, quickly go to Bini for me and go to Warri. Deep.
All right, can you hear me?
I'm hearing you clearly, Ratata.
All right. Anyways, I'm both very worried first now. Where they for bomb me now? Where my mama get link now? You know understand? Yeah.
Where you want to from? I want to another place. No, because you come from. You see, say me. Now my own I carry first. Yoruba don't they carry last as well. That's so say they blow by Yoruba now. So make
you don't understand. Yeah, so
from house.
you know,
they say charity begin from home.
yeah, so what about the more first touch worry first now more touch the robot speaking part and the speaker small now my popsy side out here the blast so but more try the robot, you know understand? Yeah, so meanwhile everybody even the man wado you go say hey even the man wado hey even the people na do even the man wado hey even the man wado hey shower ayo na so the matter be the man call it I will choose speaking parts. It's a Kawamo, Elimenoki Ratata, and Iona from Lagos, and Ikwekeme or South Africa, and Magilo Makwe, Marco Deto, Emoni Shona, Nimare, Norekia, the Magi Megwa, I Pabogana, Abba the Twana, your Egueraso, or Yayosu, Ramo, Irewaku, Motoka like that, boss.
Go Bini, enter Bini.
My
enter the Bini people know say we dey here, so also register now. It be like say this network don't break. Oh, this network go cause another Yawa program. Oh God, I then make we come touch this network. It be like say that don't hang for that side. Oh. Everyone joining us, thank you very much. It's right here, right now on the African Radio. It's beautiful, lovely time there on the African Portal Radio. We are blowing some African typical language on this program this hour. It's still Kata, but it's coming with another dimension. Thank you, everyone joining us very, very, very much. We lost in there, unfortunately. All my people, when they Johannesburg Central, Igbo Kweno, Yoruba Kweno, and just Kweno, Bini Kweno, Yoruba Kweno. Everybody we greet and we hail all of you now. Kedu, Odima. Everyone with the greet, with the salute you. Now your program is this one with the column Karakata. We can't carry person where we say Isabi, you know waiting the apple. When we talk about singing, when we talk about show, when we talk about presenting, Isabi well. Now we go Lagos, go carry this man right away from Warri. And we're here together to blow this program together. As you join us, program, let it go viral. Thank you very much. We lost you there when you're about to take us to Benin City, but let's quickly take it a bit further on this program. Let's take it further. Let me quickly to the aspect of this show, because on this show, one of the reasons why we are putting you on the spotlight is not for anything. It's just for us to tap you in your shoulder and to tell you that you're doing a great job. And we appreciate what you are doing. You know, Africa, we have this culture of not appreciating ourselves when we are still here. We don't really celebrate ourselves when we are here. It's only when people die, you will see people. Some people will travel all the way from America, come Nigeria, come bury person for Nigeria. This is the person who say when the person they alive, they no give up, no be $1, they no give up. But person come buying, as person buying like this, and so everybody go the flow, they enter from every angle. You know, Africa don't have the culture of appreciating ourselves here. So we want to change that narrative, and the African part of celebrate people when they're still here. We are going to be here for a very long time. But the idea is to celebrate, to appreciate. So we appreciate what you are doing in Africa. We appreciate your music career. We appreciate your contribution to. Let me quickly take you back, because you are in a field that's having a lot of enemy. Let me put it that way. Not everybody like the Rastafarians the reggaes and stuff like that. People criticize them that these people with dreadlock, what is their own and stuff like that. What can you say after you discover yourself? Do you think that being in this journey have been a very smooth and a very good journey for you?
Anyways, for me, I would say this way, right? You see, I started by saying that greater is that chose a man than that a man chose himself. Now, this is what has chosen me, and I have come to understand that, and I'm walking in that light, right? So it does not have to do with people's opinion, because there is God in it for me, right? And God has been working for me in this. You understand? Now, I tell people that do not judge a book by its cover, like they say, right? Now, get to meet a person very well, then you know more about the person. Do not judge by others. Say, okay, because you've seen some rastas do weed, or you've seen some people with dreadlocks do drugs, and you think that everybody who do reggae music or who has dreadlocks on is into weed, is into drugs, is into crack. My dear, you are very wrong. Well, for you to know, I have never taken alcohol in my life, all my life. I have never held a stick of cigarette all my life, so I don't know what alcohol tastes like. I do not know how or what drugs taste like. I have never done any of those in my life. So for you to get inspiration does not come from those things. My inspiration, as far as I am concerned and my existence is concerned, is from God Almighty. And we call him Jah. It is in the Bible. It is in the abbreviation of Jehovah. You understand that? Yeah, so that is me for you. So, of course, I do not expect it to be smooth, because people will come, people will talk. You know, people have met me several times at events, and they're asking me, "Sorry, boss, you get lighter?" I will tell them, "I don't have lighter, but I carry the light, and the light is Christ." Yeah, several times they meet me outside. They think that by my looks, as you have cigarette, as you have drugs, or as you have, somewhere I went to perform at the University of Lagos, and I was waiting for the show to kickstart. My band members were in there doing, the sound check. I was inside the car sitting with my manager, who happens to be a female, and some guys came.
I think the net is failing on the side. Joining us carefully, we're taking you to Ratata explain something
And they
very,
walked up to me and
very,
said,
very
"What is smoke?" Yeah, and they were surprised that I said, "I don't know what kush is. I don't smoke kush." And you see, for every one person who has come in contact with me, they have left with a different mindset as to dreadlocks and as to reggae music, what it stands for. Because I am of a different breed. And that is the point. I'm of a different breed of reggae musicians. I'm of a different breed of people who wear dreadlocks. You understand? So that is it for me, sir.
Thank you very much. I like that, but you see one thing that you just did now, that this clarity is very important, because there's this stigma on everybody that is actually in this line of music, that you are in the belief that there's no way you can have that spirit without smoking India hemp, or having to smoke some other things that they smoke. But I like the clarity you brought into the way. But what are the kind of people that you are looking up to in this music that is giving you the inspiration, and where do you derive your inspiration in this music, and how?
First of all, the inspiration comes from him that has called and that has sent me, which is Christ. God Almighty has called me, and God Almighty has sent me. It's not religion, it's not church. I'm talking about godliness. I know it because I know that God has called me. He told me, and I see it, right? So he is my inspiration, because he is the one that has called me into what I'm doing. So he tells me what to do, how to do it, where to do it, with whom to do it. So he's all my inspiration. Talking about the humans involved, yeah, there are certain persons you certainly would look up to or tap from. Number one, of course, I tap from Bob Marley. Yeah, God bless his soul. Then I tap from God bless his soul, Chris ID, back then in Benin. He's late now. God bless his soul. And I tap from somebody like Majek Fashek. God bless his soul. Yeah, understand. Yeah, and just to mention but a few, you understand? So these are people who, when I listen to their music till date, in fact, I grew up on their music and I still listen to their music till date. I still have their CD plays in my house. I still have their videos and I play it every day, every now and then, because I see, you see, in every man there is goodness in every man. Nobody is just a waste. Nobody is perfect. Yeah, so there is what I want in them. Yeah, so I tap that I want from these guys that I've just mentioned. Yeah, so apart from God that gives me inspiration, I tap from these guys as well. Even in death, I still tap from them.
No, thank you very much. Thank you very much. I like what you say because personally, I have so much love for reggae music. I listen to people like Lucky Dube. I'm living in an environment where reggae music dominates a lot. South Africa is another country that actually fell in love with
Yeah,
reggae music, and they have a lot of things that have to do with reggae and stuff like that. And I believe that in times to come, we're going to host you live in South Africa. That we are going to have a big
I'm
show
looking
together
forward to that.
in South
Yeah, man.
Africa as well.
Yeah, man.
Let me quickly take you back because how are you balancing the two? Being a musician and also a presenter at the same time. And what does it look like in your journey of life when you look at the situation of the current generation and how people are diverge from the faith into funny life, like the kind of music people are singing now, all these kind of or science students, the chemical and stuff like that.
Yeah.
How are you trying to make your music to create to change those narrative? I have 3 questions there. I'm not sure if you pick it up.
Yeah. Anyways, number one, to see how I balance work and work as being an OAP and music as a career is easy because for me, being an OAP, I don't work all through the day. I have my belt, meaning I have the hours in which I work. So when I'm done, right, regularly or naturally, I close by 2 p.m. Nigerian time, Mondays through Fridays. So I have from 2 p.m. till later part of the day to do whatever
No,
I want.
Ratata, sorry, let me quickly interrupt you there, Ratata. I'm sorry about this. We have a caller here on the show
All right.
because we are here because of the caller. When the callers coming in, we must actually pick them up. Please mention
Yeah.
your name. Thank you very much. Èyí tí ń gbọ́ wa ojú òní tì yín. Tá ń bẹ lójú òpó yìí. Hey, a máa dúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ ìyá yìí. Ìyá rí ìkẹ́ ló wọlé sórí káràkátà lẹ́tọ̀. Ètò ní káràkátà. Ìyá ètò ẹ̀ mà ti gbọ̀nà ní ìyọ́ lónìí. Ṣé ẹ mọ̀ pé nǹkan tá a sì pọ̀ lójú òpó ètò ìlọ́sàn ti tòní? Tó bá ń gbọ́ tó bá ń sọ pé ó lẹ́tìkẹ́ lójú òpó ètò yìí. Agbẹ́nìkan wá láti ìlú Èkó. Ẹ mọ̀ pé wọ́n sọ wípé Èkó ò gbàgbẹ̀rẹ́. Láwọn ní ká wá lọ kẹsẹ̀ bòkun Èkó wò ká yẹ̀wò bó ṣe rí bóyá kó gbàgbẹ̀rẹ́ àbí ò gbàgbẹ̀rẹ́. Alọ́gbẹ́nìkan wá látẹ̀kọ́ tàjọ wà lójú òpó ètò yìí ti ń dà ó ti ń dá ṣé ẹ ti wọlé sórí Facebook lónìí.
Mo ti wọlé sórí Facebook mo ṣe rántí ń pè mí ní ètò mo ṣe ní sáré pé ó yá máa bá ètò.
ẹbẹ tó yẹ wọlé sórí Facebook ẹ ṣí ó ti di ọbẹ̀ ẹ tètè ṣí ẹ lọ fi jẹba. ìyá ẹ bá sáyẹn sọ fáwọn èèyàn kí làwọn èèyàn ní mọ̀ nípa yín àti nípa òwò tẹ̀ ṣe.
Orúkọ ti ní olórí ìyá mi jẹ́
ẹ̀rọ àjẹjẹ lágbára ìdùmarè ṣé ẹ̀rọ pẹ́yà àtàjẹ́ nígbà tó ṣe ń bí báyìí bẹ́ẹ̀ ṣe ń jáde báyìí àti ìyẹn yá àtàjẹ́ ọ̀rẹ́jọ ni ẹ ti lẹ̀ pọ̀ ẹ̀rọ àjẹjẹ o ajé ti fi lẹ́yìn ṣe ibùjókòó lágbára ìdùmarè ọ̀rọ̀ tí yóò ní ìlera ìyá àwọn èèyàn kan bẹ̀rẹ̀ lọ́wọ́ àwọn fẹ́ ṣe àwọn fẹ́ ṣe kan náà àwọn fẹ́ ṣe ojú àwọn fẹ́ ṣe kan lẹ́sẹ̀ wípé ojú òpó làwọn ọmọ pè yín sí dáhùn sí. Wọ́n tún lè wọ́n sọ́ọ̀bù yín náà pé wọ́n sọ́ọ̀bù wọ́n lè wọ́n sọ́ọ̀bù yín náà lórí nọ́mbà náà. Ọjà ẹlẹ́yẹ wá ti gbọ́ ní gbogbo àgbà ẹ máa wọ́n sọ́ọ̀bù yá yìí ẹ sì máa pè wọ́n lọ́wọ́ ju ẹ má pọ̀ ẹ má fọ̀rọ̀ ajé lọ́wọ́ ẹ má pọ̀ ẹ má fọ̀rọ̀ òun lọ́wọ́ ìyá ojú òní tí yín ìbàjẹ́ òní lágbára ìdìbò àti ìjà tí mo yí elégbọ̀n ní fèsì tó nira fún yín lágbára ìdìbò káràkátà lè tó ẹ má ṣí ẹ sọ́dọ̀ orí ìyá yìí kẹ́ ẹ má bá kọ́ ẹ jẹ́ ká má pọ̀ lọ́wọ́lọ́wọ́ ẹ má bá dàtà ẹ má bá ṣí ẹ má kọ́mẹ́ntì ẹ wọ́n sọ́dọ̀ ètò náà pẹ̀lú ẹ bá fi nọ́mbà yín ẹ bá tẹ́ nọ́mbà yín sórí kọ́mẹ́ntì jẹ́ tẹ̀ ṣe náà pẹ̀lú. Ó dà òní bàjẹ́ fún yín ìyá wa yóò ní ti ire o ó dàbọ̀ ẹ yẹ wá sí gba ní gbogbo àgbà láyé àrí ìkẹ́ ẹ bá fẹ́ ṣeun ojú ẹ fẹ́ ṣeun ẹsẹ̀ ẹ fẹ́ ṣe ìkànnà ọ̀dọ̀ àrí ìkẹ́ nìkẹ́ ẹ máa lọ Central Victoria náà wà àwọn ìyá alájẹ èkó tó yà tẹ́wá wọlé ìjọba ń fọ̀rọ̀ ajé àwọn gbọ́dọ̀ máa ń gbé ajé ìmọ̀ fọ̀rọ̀ ajé lọ́wọ́ ó ní sẹ́yìn tí wọ́n ìbàjẹ́ òní bá wà lágbára Ratata is still in the house. We have it raw on the Africa Portal Radio TV International. Ratata, sorry about that. Those are the people that make this show actually happen. Nice. Because their contribution to the show by calling in means a lot to us. So thank you very much. I'm not sure if I'm still getting a good signal from you, but let me quickly check if my voice, I'm just checking the voice because the voice I'm hearing from my headset is not clear.
Exactly. From your end, I can't hear you clearly. Can you hear me?
Okay.
Can you hear me?
Okay, let me quickly do this. Let's quickly do this. Let's quickly do this. I can't hear you. Let's do this in the 1 minute. Let me quickly do a reset for it so that we can hear you very well. Thank you, everyone, joining us. Kata little itonika. Aparabo atilo.
Soak water. Have you soak water? Why now? This also na block. Na can carry those one before they will come melt today.
Thanks to everyone joining us. We just quickly have to step out so that we can get a better signal for Ratata to make sure that we are getting it clearly on the show. Thank you very much. Please keep on watching, keep on sharing, keep on sending your comments. Ratata, can you hear me very well now?
I can hear you, but it's still breaking up anyways. But can you hear me clearly?
I can't hear you on my side. I cannot hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but it's breaking up. Can you hear me clearly?
Your audio is giving a problem. Let's quickly see what could be the problem. Quickly check on your side. Let's quickly see what the problem is. Because we can't hear you on our side here. We don't know why. Okay. Thank you for stepping out. Let's quickly coming back. Let's check what is going on your side. Thank you, everyone. It's happening right here on the African Portal Radio TV International. It's a lovely time on the program. This hour is the African Portal for all, where we make things happen. Please, as you are joining us, share this Thank you, everyone, joining us. We just have to step down, get a better signal from Ratata. As you know, the network in Lagos can be very funny because of the traffic and because of the distance. So we have to go out of the broadcast to make sure that we accommodate him. Can you hear me very well now?
Yeah, I can hear you clearly and clearly and clearly.
Yes. Yes, I can hear you as well. Everyone joining us, sorry about that. Keep on sharing it. Come back to this podium. Come back to the show. Don't step out. If you step out, I'm going to find you. I can see you there. You want to step out of this broadcast. Don't step out. Stay there. Watch it. Share it. Let it go viral. You are on the African Portal. Radio TV International. Happening raw right here on the African Portal Radio TV. Ratata, thank you very much. You are explaining something very important to us before the line actually went off. Can you continue with that? Are you there? Can you hear me? Okay, in the meantime, let's quickly check the music that we... okay, can you hear me now? Our Lagos network can be very funny, but we are going to get there. Let's quickly check some of the songs that we getting from Ratata. Let's enjoy some of his music before we call it a day on this program this hour. Let's quickly enjoy some of his music.
Everyone needs a bosom friend. He or she can rely on. Say that. Everyone needs a shoulder to resist, a head to cry on. What's the good of the days of the can you be my darling, Lord? Can you be Lord? Everyone in the host friend say he or she can rely on your everyone in the shoulder to rest is a head to cry. Go with it up, everyone need a friend to say, hey, I'm a friend, it was me around. Everyone needs somebody to do, please don't try to give us we pick on the wrong people. Sometimes we cry on the wrong shoulder. Sometimes we pick on the wrong friends. The wrong friends say, no, you don't know. But I have something to let you know. There's a friend of bless. It is not what I hope for. Lord, I have come to make you understand. Lord, this is where it is not what I hope for. Lord, you can trust him. You can love him. You can follow him all the way. Lord, what is the same fire? See, the same Lord. I love you. What is the same? There's no more prayer. It's just to get to the brother. Everyone is security, spiritual security. Everyone is security, physical security. Everyone is security, financial security. Everyone is security, emotional security. But most of the time we think on the wrong. Sometimes we knock on the wrong door. Most of the times we select for the wrong people. Come provide the God. with security. But I have come set to let you know there's a friend of death when it's on one hope. Lord, I have come to make you understand there's a this way when it's on one hope. Lord, you can trust him. Lord, you can love him. Lord, you can follow him all the way, Lord. What is the name, Lord? What is the step, Lord? What is the step to make a man free? What is the step? What is the step?
Thanks to those of you joining us. It's happening right here, right now on the African Radio TV International. It's a lovely time. Miriam Orosanye, thank you very much. It's great that we really enjoy you on this program. Ra, I see you rocking bosom friend. Thank you very much for your comment. We really appreciate it. Keep sending your comments. Keep joining this program. We're still live here. We're having it raw together with one of the great African musicians, one of the great African presenter, one of the great citizens of the African soil. Thank you very much. Ratata, let's quickly go back to where we are before the network actually do its work. Let's quickly pick it up from there.
All right, like I was saying, I work and close, let's say by 2 p.m. daily, Mondays through Fridays as a radio presenter. When I'm done, I have the rest part of the day to myself. Yeah, so I can actually book for my rehearsals with my band for later the day in the afternoon where I'll be chanced and where I'm free. Yeah, so that does not disturb my rehearsal sessions. You understand that? Yeah, basically when it is events, it's basically weekends. So I have Saturday and Sundays to go for my outings with my band when I have the administrations or event to go perform. That is that. Now the other part of your question has to do with how do I deal with the idea of the present generation that goes for songs or the kind of music like the science, whatever, and all of all that. I don't have a problem with that. What I think is this: that when God calls a man to a certain people, not to everybody. Yeah. So every kind of music has its audience. Every kind of music has its audience. Yeah, that's that. So mine is for me to go about doing what I'm called and chosen to do. The people for which God has sent me on this assignment would hear me and they will be drawn to me and they shall follow me, even as I follow God who has sent me. So that is how I have to answer to that. Yeah.
Okay, thank you very much. We just play one of your music now that I love it so much and I've danced a lot to it. As I told you earlier, I love reggae music. What actually motivates you and what's been on your mind when you are putting that music together?
Yeah, I wrote that song 10 years ago. Yeah, I wrote it 10 years ago because you see, at that time, it occurred to me that in life there is something we are all pursuing. Basically, we are pursuing happiness. We all cannot stand on our own, so we need one or two persons around. So everybody seems to look for or want a close friend that he or she can rely on, can trust, can lean on. But you see, unfortunately, man is man and man is capable of anything and man can fail. In fact, man can fail. It's part of our nature as man to fail. But you see, the only being that can't fail you is God. Yeah, so that's why in that song I'm making people to understand that the bosom friend that we need is Christ, is God. Sorry, please, I'm not talking about religion here. I'm not talking about church here. I'm talking about God who created you and I. So for the fact that you believe that there is God somewhere, I'm talking about that God. Yeah, so that God is the bosom friend that we need, that we can rely on, that we can trust, and he will never fail us. Yeah, so that was what gave, that was what informed that song, Bosom Friend. Like I said, I wrote it 10 years ago, but I only recorded it and released it last year, December, at Club Studios in Etimia Crescent, Victoria Island. It was a live recording. Yeah, it even has a video. It was a live recording, audio and video. So if you want to watch the video, you just go on Google, on YouTube, and type Bosom Friend by Ratata. I had to spell my own bosom differently. I spelled it Bosom, Friend by Ratata. Bosom Friend by Ratata. You see it like that on YouTube to watch the full video. And if you need to download the song, also go on Google and type Bosom by Ratata. You see to download for free. So that was what informed that song Bosom Friend, sir.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. I like what you explained there. Let me quickly take you back to the line of history where we are coming from. With the background and with the kind of music that you actually
Yeah,
dishing out, and with kind of the followers that you are getting,
yeah.
which category can I put you in? Can I say you are a Muslim, or can I say you are Rastafarian, or which category can I put you into?
Anyways, I understand. Well, you see, talking about the Rastas, right? The core Rastas, their holy book is the Bible, but there is an issue there. There is a misplacement of identity that I have discovered. The core Rastas, they see Haile Selassie, who was one time the emperor of Ethiopia, as Christ reincarnated. And for me, that is a wrong ideology. Haile Selassie was just a man. He even said it himself in an interview in 1975. Haile Selassie said that he is just a man, that he is no divinity. You understand? Yeah. So for me, Jesus Christ is Jesus Christ. Haile Selassie is not Jesus Christ. He was just a man. God bless his soul. I respect him so much. You understand? Yeah. So that is how I'll put it. And I don't um I don't preach religion. I always tell people that God is not a religious God. There is no religion in God and there is no God in religion. Now, if we have to go the Christian way, Christ did not come to establish a religion. Christ was sent by God to come and redeem man back to him. So Christ came for redemption, not to come and establish a religion. So if only we understand that, then I believe that we will serve God better. So I preach God. I am a son of God. I'm a child of God, right? If you want to call it that I'm a Christian, fine by you. But again, I don't preach religion. I preach God. In my music, in everything I say, in words and in reading, I preach and I teach God. I preach and I teach Jesus Christ, and not religion. Yeah, if you understand it, we will serve God better. You see, religion is man-made, and that is why even in churches they have built walls. You see, I look forward to a gathering of God's children where there will be no walls. In the sense that in my church, you have no church. It's called the body of Christ for Christ's sakes. Yeah, because we serve a global God. The God of the Jamaicans is the God of the Americans, is the God of the South Africans, is the God of Nigerians. In heaven, there aren't going to be wars that these are Nigerians, these are Jamaicans, these are no. In heaven, we will be called the children of God. And that's how God sees us, and that's how God wants us to see. That He wants us to see ourselves as children of God. But you see, religion and church and doctrines, they put walls in between people and cause problems. So for Christ's sakes, I'm a son of God, I preach God, I preach Christ, I don't teach church, I don't teach religion.
Thank you very much for that. If
Yeah,
something
man.
happened that took what you are doing away from you now, and there is another thing they ask you to choose, maybe to choose another career outside this career that you are having now, which career are you going to prefer to choose?
Yeah, if it is my will was to do the military. Yeah, my will was to do the military, right? Even when I studied arts in school, my final year project was titled Painting as an Instrument of Social Historical Documentation, a case study of the 1966 coup d'etat. I love the military so much that I wanted to do the military. I tried twice. In 2008, I tried the Navy, it didn't work out. In 2010, I tried the Army, it didn't work out. And that was how God made it clear to me that, guy, I've not called you to serve in the military. So I got divine experiences. I had divine experiences with God clearly, and so I gave up on that. And now I'm pursuing what God is asked me and has designed me to do. So if you have to ask me, my will is to do the military, but God's will is for me to do what I am doing now. Yeah, that's it.
Thank you very much. You are one of the popular reggae music in Nigeria. Ratata here, ratata there. People are celebrating you, listening to your music. Which of your album make you so popular? And can you sing that album that make you popular? Can you sing part of it for us?
Sorry, come again. I didn't get that.
Okay, what I'm saying is that you are so popular, people knows you, ratata here, ratata there, as a reggae musician and as somebody that is very good in what he's doing. Which of your song make you popular, and can you sing part of that song for us?
Well, the Lord's Prayer did it for me, and even the song I dropped this last year before Bosom Friend, On My Knees, did it still, and even Bosom Friend did it. So if I have to pick, maybe I have to pick one line from 3 of these singles. Like for the Lord's Prayer, it's still talking about our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name. I did that in a language called Etako, spoken by the Auchi part of Edo State. Right? And you say, our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy will be done on earth. So, Eramana ye mokwina ya selile, degele vale di maluwe mukeleo, ono tona. That's one part. Now, coming down to On My Knees, you can actually download the songs. If you go to Google and type The Lord's Prayer by Ratata, you see it up for download, right? Free. Then On My Knees. The knees is spelled Knees. On My Knees by Ratata. It's a song of prayer. I did it as well in Etako. I believe in our traditional African languages a lot. Right? Yeah. So the song is simply that, it's simply saying that whenever you see me on my knees praying, I'm committing my entire life into the hands of God that it may be well with me. And there's a part of the song that goes like this. Right? The song is like this. I love this song so much. Ukamie kitigwa kipiola manosi ireli menane ilamera mezeli soyame okireli menane ukamie kitigwa kipiola manosi iregbe menane ilamera mezegbe soyame okiregbe menane ireli menane nane ireli menane ilamera mezeli soyame okireli. That's one part of the song. Now coming to the Bosom Friend, the last I just dropped last year. It's simple, right? Everyone needs a bosom friend. He or she can rely on. Say that everyone needs a shoulder to rest. It's our head to cry when the going is tough, Lord. Everyone needs a friend to say, hey, come on, friend, it's gonna be alright, Lord. Everyone needs somebody to say we don't do so. Please don't cry again. But most of the times we pick on the wrong people. Most of the times we cry on the wrong shoulders. Most of the times we pick on the wrong prayers. To come tell us, say, it don't do I, but I have come said to let you know there's a friend upstairs with his arms wide open, so you can love him, you can trust him, you can follow him all the way. Lord, what is his name? He's Jesus Christ. What is his name? The Lion of Judah. What is his name? It's the best of all friends. Him that sticketh closer than a brother. Greetings. Ratata says so.
Wow, wow, wow. You see people that are joining us. I tell you, we're going to make it raw. We're still on the program. Ratata is still with me. Ratata, let's make this thing the last to the questions. Ratata. What's the meaning and what is the full name, if I may ask?
All right, Ratata. You see, when the first time I got into radio was in 2012. I went to volunteer to serve in a radio station in Mina, Search FM, and we were told that we can't use our birth names, so we'll look for radio names. I said, okay. So, like I told you, my will was to do the military, so I love guns a lot. I love war movies. I love, action movies. Yeah. So I was thinking, I sat down someday, I was thinking that when you open up the AK-47, for example, you would hear you understand? Yeah, I said, okay, I can blaze for God. Yeah, so that's where the name came for. So it became Ratata, Ratata. Yeah, so that's how the name came about, Ratata. You understand?
No, you never told me, you never told me that before I actually take you through that journey. I thank God that is the one, or I mean, in charge of this program, because each and every question coming to you, I didn't write it anywhere. I'm hearing it and I'm throwing it to you. I've never write it anywhere, and you never explained to me what it means. We never have any conversation in that regard. But I praise the name of the Lord. Okay, what is the name? What is the name? What
Okay,
is
now
your
you should be
real
asking
name?
what's my birth name. Ratata is a real name. You should be asking what's my birth name. Yeah.
Okay, what's your birth name?
Yeah, Ratata.
I make you not let people, make you not let people go, make you not let people go knock the iron for my leg go, because as the time say that was the real name now, they go come and say, why person name go come be Rabata, gunshot. What is that?
So anyways,
Okay,
yeah,
the back name.
my birth name is Imadomi Wilson. Wilson is my first name, then Imadomi is my surname. So in school, I already write my surname first, Imadomi, then Wilson is my birth name. Yeah, so when you want to search for me on Facebook, you write Imadomi Wilson Ratata. So you find me on Facebook like that. Yeah, that's it. So my name in full is Imadomi Wilson Ekwahide.
Wilson. Okay, Wilson. Let me just call you back with the name that I know, which is Ratata. Ratata. Let's quickly call it a day from here. Let me take you back to where this is the aspect that is very important in this program, and this is where we are celebrating and putting you on the spotlight for people to see your work. Everybody listening to us all over the world, if you have any project you are doing, or you want somebody to collaborate with work you are doing, Ratata is available. Is one of the great African musicians we are celebrating because it's doing well and it's doing great for African continent. Ratata, a lot of people would like to know more about you, your music, where to get your music. This is the aspect that is a paid for aspect, where is marketing aspect of it. So a lot of people would like to know where they can download your song and where they can follow you. Some people want to drag your cloth on the social media. Hey bro, what's going on there? A lot of people are asking questions that if they have a program they want to do, whether a wedding ceremony, a graduation ceremony, that is it possible for them to invite you? Some people are asking questions, can you train people as well? Can you teach people how to sing reggae and stuff like that? Quickly respond to that, as that will be the aspect of the spotlight where we are selling your work.
All right, yes, you can follow me on social media. On Instagram, I'm on Instagram as Ratata Nation. One word, Ratata Nation. You can find me on Instagram, send me a DM. On Twitter, I'm on Twitter as Ratata _RAS. Ratata _RAS. Then on Facebook, I'm on Facebook as Imadomi Wilson Ratata, as in EMADOMI space Wilson, then space Ratata, right? Yeah, that's that for now. You can, oh yes, of course, anyhow you want my services, you want me to come and perform at whatever events, I'm available. If you want to collaborate with me, I'm available. If it is for training, for question and answers, I'm very available. Just follow me up on this platform. Like I said, Instagram, Ratata Nation. DM me, I will always respond. Twitter, Ratata _RAS. Facebook, Imadomi Wilson Ratata. Yeah, so I'm available via all these means. Yeah. Then again, I have my blog, and website. My songs are there. www.ratatainment.com. www.ratatainment.com. When you go up there, check there, you will see my songs. My songs are all over. Yeah, that's it.
Ratatainment.
Yes, www.ratatainment.com. Yeah.
.com. Okay, people, you listen to that and you heard that yourself. Quickly go to his website, support him, give him some love, show him some support. He's one of the great African musicians that is doing very well for himself. We have put him on the spotlight today and we have celebrated his work, and we really appreciate you for great job you are doing in Africa continent. And we also celebrate the achievements so far, and we pray that God will uphold you more and more and more. Ratata, where do you see yourself in the next 10 years in the music industry and broadcast?
Well, this such a question is for me is usually I respond to it differently, right? Because 10 years back, if you had asked me where I would be 10 years back from, I had no idea of where I am now 10 years back. Yeah, so in answer your question, 10 years from now, by the grace of God, I will be where God wants me to be, doing what He wants me to do. I have no idea of the entire picture. I only have idea of the fragment or fragments of the picture. So I'm only putting the bits together to make the whole picture. That's it.
So in short, you only know today. You don't know what tomorrow holds. So, but you believe in
Yeah,
God,
man.
that God holds the best for us. Thank you very
Yeah,
much for that. A lot of people have helped you in the journey so far, and you want to
yeah,
shout out to them. If this is the opportunity for you to shout out to few people that have assist you or support you in one way or the other, to your fans as well. Let me give you one
yeah.
second to quickly do that before we round
All
up.
right. Yeah, first of all, I want to say a big thank you to the organizer of Mega Awards. He actually put me up here. I thank him for this opportunity, and I thank God Himself, right? Then I thank my parents, I thank my followers on radio and on my social media platform, and I really want to say thank you to you too.
Hello?
Yeah,
Hello?
Ratata, let me let you pause there. Let me let you pause there. I have one of the great African media personnel here. He's one of the people that I know very well and is into media as well. Everybody knows him. Double Chief Aki Williams calling all the way from Lagos as well. Double Chief, welcome to the African Portal Radio. I have Ratata in the studio with me. He's also a media person and also is a musician. Is right here with me, a reggae musician and doing well for himself. How are you, sir?
Yeah, cool. Good afternoon, guests. Good afternoon, all our listeners. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening, wherever you may be that you are listening to us. I greet you all.
Thank you very much, Double Chief. Double Chief, Ratata is also hailing you. Ratata is from Nigeria, is from Lagos, is doing well for himself, is sending his greeting. Double Chief, thank you very much for coming in to be part of this show. You are one of the great media personnel that I respect your work and I respect your passion for African language and Africa legends. You are the owner, the author, and the founder of Yoruba Creative Legend Award. As well, today we are celebrating one of the very own in the group, which we are me already as well. So calling him is actually a kind of it's not accidental, but it's a kind of call in his time. Sir, what do you say to all this that I mentioned now?
Wow, this is wonderful. Thank you for the reminder. First and foremost, I want to congratulate our guest for being part of the program. I want to wish him the best in his endeavor, particularly in the music gender. I want to praise him, and I want him to do one thing more. If he's still in the reggae gender, the reggae music industry, I would like him to ask. I would like to ask him one question: what is happening to reggae music all over the world? Reggae music came as a music, and it took over the whole world. When we talk of I-Roy, U-Roy, and what have you, and Nigerians and other artists in Africa took the music up, and it was a marvelous music all over the world. But all of a sudden, the music just went down without anything. I want to ask him, what is the major problem? Maybe the way we are looking at it is not the way the artist himself is looking at it, and that is one. Two, are the promoters not promoting reggae music any longer? If they are, why don't we be having reggae music being played on, particularly on radio stations, television stations, and what have you? Why is it that we don't have reggae concerts like we used to in those days? And what have you? Maybe he has an insight into that. What is the major problem? What does he think can be responsible for it? And what are the solutions he feels that he can tell the whole world that reggae music is not dead, reggae music is coming up again, and what have you. And I want to seize this opportunity to say a big congratulations to my sister, my manager, my associate, my aide, one of my great associates when it comes to administration. So today is our birthday. I give glory to God. I give thanks to God for making me to know such a wonderful, hardworking, beautiful, well-loved, and I don't know the kind of all the words I can use for her, the best words I can use for her in this world. Ricky, she was one of my first manager when we started Yoruba Creative Legend Award. I celebrate her today. I wish her happy birthday, long life and prosperity. She should just continue to focus on the way she's been focused, the way she's been behaving. You know, is one of these people love so much. And I look at her very hardworking. If you send her a message, she will not feel reluctant to go. She will go and she will deliver the message successfully. Even I'm praying to God, just let me have 2, 3, 4 kind of lady in an organization. Very good to go. I want to congratulate her. I want to wish her the best in life. I want to say I love her. I appreciate her. I adore her, and I don't know what to say again. I celebrate with all the families, friends, loved ones all over the world as we mark our birthday today. Dúdú Yẹmí Òrékè, ojú òní tiẹ̀ o, ọ̀tá òní yú ẹ̀, wà máa rí bá ti ṣe, wà rọ́nà gbégbá. Ẹni tó bá lò ní dépò ipò gíga tọ́lọ̀ ti kọ̀ fún ẹ̀, ó máa tẹ̀ mọ́lẹ̀ gbọ́dọ̀ ni. Ayọ̀ rẹ̀ ò ní ìbànújẹ́, a máa jó ẹ ṣe o, àti wọ́n àtàwọn ọmọ Ọlọ́run á máa dáàbò bò yín, Ọlọ́run á máa fún yín ṣe o, ẹ máa lọrí, ẹ máa bọ̀rẹ̀ o, ẹ ní kábàákò kankan, ẹ ní kábàákò accident, ẹ ní kábàákò àìsàn, àtẹ̀yìn àti gbogbo fámìlì yín, mo gbogbo yín, mo bá yín yọ̀. Olú Yẹmí Òrékè, congratulations, aṣọ́dún ìyá àtúnṣe tó ń bọ̀, àtúnṣe tó ń bọ̀, wà á 60, wà á 80, wà á 100 lágbára Ọlọ́run Elédùmarè, wà á tún ju 100 lọ. Àwọn ọmọ ẹ wọ́n máa di àrídùnnú ọmọ fún ẹ lọ́jọ́ alẹ́ ẹ ni. Ìwọ náà wà á ṣe nǹkan ayọ̀ tó yẹ pé àwọn ọmọ ẹ tó bá sọ pé àìmí ni ọmọ Dúdú Yẹmí Òrékè èdè owó òwe á lọ́wọ́ ṣe àwọn ọmọ yẹn bẹ́ẹ̀ fún wa o. Ṣé o, congratulations and happy birthday. Now back to my question with the artist. I'm a lover of reggae. Maybe you can just add impetus to my questions as I have asked.
Thank you very much, Dr. Chief Williams. Thank you for the prayer for Dúdú Yẹmí Òrékè. We celebrate her. We wish her long life and prosperity on this program. Ratata, that is a very lovely question coming from Dr. Williams. It's actually one of the concerns because reggae music is stepping back in Africa. It's not as it used to be. What is your response to that?
All right, you see, I appreciate the double chief. I want to say Happy New Year to you, sir. Thank you for these questions. I like that a lot. Now, you see, the problem is this. Reggae music as a genre is spiritual, one. Secondly, as a genre of music, reggae music is a conscious music. It's a conscious genre of music. Now, these days, people are hardly conscious. People are rather noisy and commercial. You understand, right? Now, music is about form and content. Form is the artfulness, the content is the message, right? Now, that's why I said reggae music is spiritual and is conscious. Listen to every core reggae musician. They have something to say that is positive. If you play a Bob Marley, there is a Bob Marley to every situation. There's a Lucky Dube to every situation. Play Magic and you will still feel relieved and you will still feel, safe. But you see, the problem again is that these days, right, like I said, people are more noisy and commercial, and they prefer disposable music, what I call disposable music. So that's why they go for music that wouldn't last that wouldn't stand the test of time. So these days you have musicians that will just pop up and they will be up there for a while, and after a while, a short while, they will fizzle out. The problem is that both brands and the society, they go for what wouldn't last, They go for what is disposable. They prefer what is noisy. They go for what is just commercial and all of all that. They are not, they do not stand for spirituality and consciousness anymore. So they refuse to endorse consciousness and spirituality, and that what is affecting reggae music. So when you have reggae events, you hardly see Browns who would want to support it. They feel it's a waste of time. But you see, it is not so. So they prefer these days now kind of music that you play, everybody is shouting, and there is music. Every song would point its listener to a source. So when you play reggae music, it will point you to a positive source. But these days, when you play some of this music, they point you to negative sources, and you are wondering, and that's what they even go for. Why? It's because people want shortcut in life, and they go for what is just, for the moment, and that's that. So they forget about the spirituality of our existence and the consciousness of our existence. So all of these factors are affecting reggae music.
Thank you very much, Ratata. I don't know if that answers your question, but let me quickly add something to it, Ratata, before we call it a day on this program.
Yeah.
What are you personally doing to bring the glory of reggae music back, especially in Africa and in Nigeria? That is one. Two, can we say that religion is contributing to this because of the stigma people put around reggae music? Can we say that is one of the things killing the reggae music?
Yeah, exactly. Number one, let me attend to your first question. What I do personally is that for every time I come on radio, Mondays through Fridays and Sundays, I must play reggae songs. I must remind the people that there's a genre of music called reggae music. And I must drop one or two lines of Jamaican patois. That interests people a lot. So I must do that whenever I'm on radio. So I use my platform, however, to push reggae music and reggae musicians. Then secondly, religion is a big problem as far as reggae music is concerned. Because even in church, they believe that once you are on dreadlocks, that you are into drugs, you are into alcohol, you are into ganja, and it is not true. So even in church, we have those who are blind, even amongst the pastors and the so-called believers in the Christian faith. They forget that apart from Samson who had dreadlocks on, Samuel had dreadlocks. John the Baptist had dreadlocks. In fact, James the Just, the brother of Jesus Christ, the first bishop of Jerusalem, had dreadlocks up to his ankle. And again, when you go to the books of Numbers chapter 6, back then, keeping dreadlocks was one of the signs of your, of your service to God. So in church, once they see a guy on dreadlocks, they conclude that you are a sinner, that you are going to hell. It is a problem. And they believe in church, if not up until recently, that only people who smoke ganja do reggae music. And it is wrong, for Christ's sake. So religion is playing a whole lot of, it's a strong factor that is affecting reggae music in general, sir.
Ratata, let me quote you there. Let me quote you there because you just mentioned something now. I like the support that you give to to dreadlocks. But when we are talking about people you mentioned, they have natural dreadlock. Like in Yoruba, they call them dada. It's natural. It's coming from them. But this generation, we have people that is using Rastafarian and the dreadlock as a way of showing that they actually belongs to Rastafarian by smoking ganja, not eating meat and stuff like that. Don't you think that is one of the things as well that is bringing confusion, that is making people giving them stigma and letting the reggae music go down?
No, the problem is this, right? For everything that God has created, the devil has perverted. Yeah, everything that God has created, the devil is perverting them. God created dreadlocks. Now, what do you mean by natural dreadlocks? Yes, some are born with it from birth. They come with it. While every one of us, when you leave your hair unattended to, it will grow into locks. There is what they call the neglect method of dreadlocks. Leave your hair without combing it for a long while. You see it growing into locks, tangling already. That is natural dreadlocks. Now, the problem of perversion is this. There are people in the past and even in the present who wear dreadlocks, and their lifestyle make people believe that everybody on dreadlocks is ras and everything. So you see people, these are some of the agberos in Lagos, for example, some of the hoodlums, you see them on dreadlocks, and so it makes even others who are responsible just think that whenever you are on dreadlocks, you are must be rash. And that's why I said earlier on this show, there is no one person who has come in contact with me that has not had a different idea as to locks. They always leave me changed. That say, yes, we should have responsible people who keep and wear dreadlocks. Yeah, man.
Okay, let's quickly look at Double Chief. Are you still there?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm listening. I'm listening
because I like your contribution, and you have opened up to a lot of things in this conversation, and I like that. There is a sentiment around dreadlock. Some people say that is a way of taking us back to slave trade ideology. Because during the slave trade, when they took the black out of the black land, out of Africa to the Western world, where they using them as a slave, they don't have opportunity to go and cut their hairs because they are using them as slave, and as well they don't have opportunity to brush their teeth, because some of the people as well that's putting on dreadlock, they don't brush it, and you see them smelling the hair, they're wearing a head woman, and it's actually the kind of ideology of taking us back to the slave trade. Is that true? I'm asking you, Ratata.
Okay, no. Okay, anyways, well, it is funny. I've never heard this before. This is the first time I'm hearing this, right? You see, for dreadlocks, dreadlocks actually originated here in Africa. Go to Kenya. Yeah, dreadlocks is an African thing. It's not about slavery. It's not about slave trade at all. It's an African thing. In fact, it is a hairdo. It's a hairdo, for Christ's sakes. Like I said, God created us all and gave us hair. If you want to cut your hair, you cut it. If you don't want to cut it and you leave it growing, you do with it what you want to do with it. If you want to plait it, you plait it. If you want to keep it locks, you keep it locks. So it has nothing to do with slavery. It has nothing to do with slave trade. Again, coming back to saying that some of these guys who wear dreadlocks, they keep their hood dirty, their mouth dirty. That is their problem. That is their own problem. Like I said, for me, I'm a different breed of people who wear dreadlocks. I'm a different breed of people, of a generation, or of a people who do reggae music. You understand? Like I said, everything God has created, the devil is perverting everything. God created reggae music as a genre and gave it to us as a form of expression musically. But the devil took it away from us, and that's why when Christ came, Christ took it back from the devil and gave it to us as a tool to run with in as far as music is concerned, and passing of information, positive vibes at that. Yeah.
No, thank you very much. The purpose of this program is to bring the glory.
Hello, sir. Maybe before you round up, I would like to put one question forward to him, because this issue we're discussing, I see it as an opener for him. Now, if the Yahoo boys, are you listening to me?
Yeah.
Hello?
Yes, it's listening.
I'm here. We are here. Yeah.
Yes, it's listening.
If the musicians in America, in Africa, in Nigeria, and if society is going back to dreadlock, which means they are appreciating those legends that they got to know, they know their music, and they are trying to copy them through air bridge. Now if according to Yoruba, whatever they say, ibitayiba lo lamabawo lo, ibitayiba yisi lamabawo yisi. You're talking about the music that makes noise and what have you. We can make ready to make noise. The problem is that what are those things that in hip hop that they cannot just reggae? But I've said one or two things that I know that if you put this thing together into music, man, it will go a long way. And reggae, we come back. There was an issue during the ENT'L. If army or policemen see people with dreadlock, they will arrest them. They will cut their hair do or whatever, whether it is fake or genuine. In reggae, the music is spiritual. And the people are trying to emulate the culture of reggae music. One of the characteristics is the dreadlock. They are trying to bring it back to physical realm. But why can't we make it more spiritual in the area of music? Sing it, use it to orientate people that reggae music is not music of amugu, it's not the music of drug addict, it's not the music of what have you. All these guys that are emulating dreadlock, they don't even know anything about reggae music. But what they do is that in picture, these are legends and what have you. They smoke hemp, they drink, and they are inspired and what have you. Why can't we use those kind of scenario, put it into music, change the lyrics a bit into hip hop, let it be reggae hip hop, reggae gospel, reggae juju, reggae whatever. That reggae is the major thing. Let us see how we can bring that reggae music back to form. It may be different from the olden days music, so that reggae music won't fall down or won't die. I'm an ardent follower or lover of Roy, Roy, and what have you. You get it? So let us see how we can. In this discussion, I've been writing down one or two things that if people put this kind of music together to reorientate people, this as a gospel, let the whole world know that reggae music is a spiritual music. It's not just ordinary. They should not look at it as only a one. Obviously, no. So I don't know if I have not met you. I am an artist manager to the core, right from 1990 till date. I've managed prominent Nigerian artists and foreign artists, and I know what I'm talking. I'm a lover. If you put on any reggae Bob Marley on any music now, you see me tapping my finger because I will remember those olden days when we were in school. We go for reggae soft splash, we go for reggae dance step, we go for reggae competition, music competition, and what have you. I love reggae music. I love the dreadlock. Only I can't have it now. I'm getting old, you know. But the people like you who are so vast in reggae music, in reggae culture, can try to fix it with the trend. Fix it with the trend. Reggae gospel, reggae hip hop, reggae juju, reggae whatever, and take it off again. So I think that is my advice. So I don't want to take the time because I'm calling in a little bit late when the program is about to end. But I think when next you come, we'll talk more about it. It's nice speaking with you. Once again, thank you, Mr. Joshua, for the opportunity given me to add individuals into the program and the topic at hand. I appreciate you.
Thank you so much, Double Chief Aki Williams. Thank you very, very much for your contribution. We really appreciate it. And God bless you. Very good. Thank you very much.
You're welcome. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day. Bye-bye.
Thank you, everyone, joining us. And I really appreciate that. Before we close down and we call it a day, I promise you I'm going to bring you back because a lot of things is coming up in this program that I think that we actually need to also. But let me throw this to you. Is it possible to divide or take Rastafarian or the dreadlock away from from the reggae music? Is it possible? Is it possible for somebody to sing the reggae music without having a dreadlock? Is it possible?
Yeah, it is very, very possible. You see, you don't have to be dreads to be Rasta in the first place. You don't have to keep dreads for you to do reggae music. You don't have to keep that. You know, the most important thing is that when you do reggae music as a genre, you understand that it is spiritual and it is conscious. Right? Those are the two physical, or sorry, those are the two factors you must consider or you must put to work. The reggae music as a genre is spiritual and it is conscious. It's not really about the dreadlocks, it's not really about the Jamaican patois, it's not really about the Rastafarianism. Rastafarianism is a movement. Reggae music is a genre of music. Just that reggae music was made popular by Bob Marley, who was a Rastafarian. And that's why people think that for you to do reggae music, you must be Rasta or you must keep dreadlocks. You know, Bob Marley kept his own dreadlocks. He wasn't born, with dreadlocks. He kept them. He kept them and they grew into thick locks. You understand? Like I said, Rastas, they believe so much that they are God's chosen. And they go back to the book of Numbers chapter 6, where that they call themselves the Nazarites. Right, that when you are a Nazarite, one of the signs, the physical signs, is that you keep your locks as a sign of that you are given to the service of God. That is why the Rastas themselves keep locks. So now it boils down to why, as an individual, you keep your locks, I keep my locks. Yeah, so it is very possible to do reggae music without you being without you wearing dreadlocks. It is very, 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 very possible.
Wow. Ratata, thank you very much for coming out to be part of this show today. I really appreciate it and I enjoy it so much. Thank you very much. It is a great pleasure having you on board, and I believe we call on you again. You will be happy to be here.
Sure. Yeah, man. Sure. Yeah, sure.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. One love. Thank you so much. God bless you. Let me use this time to call this program and hand, and we'll be communicating to you. Your music will be on the spotlight that we'll be singing as well as the show is going to an end. Thank you very much for coming out. God bless you. Enjoy the rest of your day. The Africa is home for all. It's where we promote African culture, and if God have laid anything in you are doing in this house, we are looking forward to make this to become a BBC of Africa. If God have helped you or you have anything to support this vision, please feel free to do that. It doesn't have to be monetary. It can be your idea. It can be your connection. You can connect us to people that or anything that you think it can be source of progress to this broadcast is welcome. So God bless you, Ratata. Have a beautiful evening and enjoy the rest of the day. See you again. Bye now.
Yeah, bye. Yeah,
thank you everyone joining us. Thank you very much for joining this broadcast. This is the African Portal Radio TV International. This will be the end to the program this hour. We will see you guys again. Let's quickly go back to where we are starting from. Let's go back to all our sponsors, all the people that is coming to us that we are doing this together. Let's quickly go back to it, and remember, we have a company where you want to shop online, everything you want to do online. Please, this is very important. Take your pen and write this website down. You need this website every time of year. You know, there's a coronavirus everywhere, but you don't need to go out to do some shopping. You can do it online. Visit www.knowledgeboutique.co.za. Knowledge Boutique is a place to be for everything that you want to shop for, especially the book, the spiritual book, and every book that can add value to your life. Go to www.knowledgeboutique.co.za. That will give you a lot of opportunity to do a lot of shopping on that website. You can as well speak to them or talk to them on WhatsApp +2784 8681677. I take it again, +2784 8681677 on WhatsApp. Please follow them, speak to them. I have a person coming in. Thank you very much, Julie King. Thank you so much for joining this broadcast. God bless you. Please keep it up. Let's do it together. Together we can make African great again. Go to that website. Go and shop online. www.knowledgeboutique.co.za. Whether you are in America, you are in England, you are in Nigeria, you're watching this program, go to www.knowledgeboutique.co.za. And you know that it's only company that we can introduce to you as well. For everything you want to know about Labos. Labos is a company where you can send whatever you send across the globe. Labos is only place where we can recommend for you. So call Labos today. Do with them. Let me quickly put their jingle on the spotlight. Let's hear from Labos before we call it a day. Still remember, it's Kata. It's Baba.
African Portal Radio TV presents la perfect solution. Ilé-iṣẹ́ kan ṣoṣo tí wọ́n ti ń bá ní gbèrú káàkiri orígun mẹ́rẹ̀ẹ̀rin àgbáláyé. Bóyá ẹgbẹ́ gbèrú láti àwọn àyíká káàkiri orílẹ̀-èdè Nàìjíríà. Bóyá ẹgbẹ́ gbèrú ránṣẹ́ tó fẹ́ kẹ́kọ̀ọ́ ìpamọ́ ìgbà. Lápò ni ẹ máa gbọ́. Ibẹ̀ nìkan ní tilẹ̀ fẹ́ ránṣẹ́ tẹ́lú yóò ní bọ́lá ìgbà bẹ́ẹ̀. Òun nìkan làwọn fọwọ́ ìsọ̀yà. Ilé-iṣẹ́ kan ṣoṣo tó léwájú àwọn ẹlẹgbẹ́. Wọ́n wà ní Sunnyside, Excellence Tower, Room 518, tó wọ́n tó rán back to Boku Street, Pretoria, South Africa. Ẹ lè pè wọ́n sórí ẹ̀rọ ìbánisọ̀rọ̀ yìí. +278 425 4494 tàbí 0735 805333. Labos Free Services Solution, aṣíwájú láàrin àwọn ẹlẹgbẹ́. Best among others. Powered by the African Portal Radio TV.
Labos náà ni àwọn iléeṣẹ́ kan tó wà lè fògbó ẹ̀gbárí, àwọn ni iléeṣẹ́ kan wà lè sọ fún yín pé kẹ́ lọ bá ṣòwò, ẹ lọ bá wọn dòwò pọ̀, ojú òpó wọn láti fi ìta fún yín, ẹ lọ máa bá wọn dòwò pọ̀. Ní ìlà máa fi àdágbà tètè rọ̀ sí oníyanṣe ọlọ́bẹ̀ ṣe èyí tẹ́ bá fẹ́ jẹ́ ẹ kú àìbínú ojú kì í tọ́jú ojú òní tẹ́ èyí tí wo ètò èyí tó ṣe èyí tó kọ́mẹ̀tì èyí tó láìkì adúpẹ́ pé òkúlọ́wọ́ yá àjọṣe wa kò ní dojúrú lágbára ìdùbàrẹ̀ ìfẹ́ tọ́lọ́dún àfisọwápọ̀ kò ní dàrú ìyá dára adúpẹ́ pé òkúlọ́wọ́ yí pé ẹ pè wọlé sójú òpó ètò àrí ìkẹ́ adúpẹ́ pé òpópẹ́ pè wọlé sójú òpó ètò ìyá wa ìyáàfin ọ̀jẹ̀yọmí adúpẹ́ pé òkun fún ìfẹ́ tẹni sí wa àti fún ìfọwọ́sowọ́pọ̀ yín ojú òní tì yín adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ double chief Akin Williams a sì kí ìyá wa Dúdúyẹmí Òrèké lórí ètò lórílẹ̀ àti lórí ètò ìpàdé landlord lórí Splash FM nílùú Ìbàdàn kú ayẹyẹ ọjọ́ bí òní aṣọdúnmọ́dún ní ṣàwọ̀ aṣọdúnmọ́dún aṣọ́ròmọ́rò ní ṣàwọ̀ aṣọ́ròmọ́rò kókó báyìí làrọ̀ ta le lágbára ìdùmàrè bẹ́ẹ̀ ìṣọdún ọdún yìí ẹ̀ṣọ́dún ọdún mi sí níwájú Ọlọ́run májẹ̀mú níwájú ìpè tí mo dúró sí yìí ni mo ti sọ fún sílẹ̀ sínú ayé yín pé ẹ ní ṣubú dànù ọgbára jẹ ẹ̀jọ̀ ọdún àgùntàn kó dì yín agbára yóò ní ka yín má jẹ̀mú bí oṣù ní ṣẹlẹ̀ yín lórí ẹ ó dìlú ẹ ó dìgbà àwọn ọmọ yín wọn ó dìlá wọn ó dìrú wọn ó dìgbà lágbára Èdùmàrè ọdọọdún yìí ti ṣe ojú ẹ̀mí yín ẹ ṣe ọdọọdún mi ọdọọdún là ń rógbó ọdọọdún là ń rẹwùsá ọdọọdún là ń rọmọ obì lórí àtẹ àìgbọgbì ìrà ẹ ní ṣubú dànù lágbára Èdùmàrè adúpẹ́ pé òkúlọ́wọ́ ọgbọ̀n ìjọba ṣètò yìí lọ́jọ́ tuntun ní ojú òní tiwa káràkátà náà ni ètò bàbá ètò ní ẹ máa gbọ́ kẹsì máa ṣíà ẹ̀ adúpẹ́ lọ́wọ́ rátàtà tá a gbé wọlé láti ìlú Èkó tá a jọ sọ̀rọ̀ tá a sì jọ ní ìfọ̀rọ̀jomitoro ọ̀rọ̀ ẹ máa gbọ́ kẹ máa ṣíà ẹ̀ ó dọjọ́ míì ó dọjọ́ rí orúkọ tèmi ò yí padà orúkọ tèmi náà ní Olúdáre ojú òní tiwa ìbàjẹ́ òní bá wa lẹ́yìn láàmú àfàdágbẹ́ ètò ìrọ̀sí orúkọ tèmi òyípadà orúkọ tèmi náà Olúdáre Olúsanmọ olùṣọ́ àgùntàn Samuel Olúṣẹ́gun Olúsan bí wọ́n sọ pé a máa bẹ̀rẹ̀ nú bẹ́ṣu ní atẹ́lẹsẹ̀ a sì bẹ̀rẹ̀ wò ẹni bá ní wọ́n bọ̀ nìkan là ní dé bá lé o a lọ a padà wá pàdé wa lọ́jọ́ ọ̀la ọ̀pọ̀lọpọ̀ yìí ń bẹ nínú ètò ọjọ́ ọ̀la tá a máa túná ọjọ́ ọ̀la ó dúró lórí ìrìn àjò ayé ìyá kan tó mọ̀ nípa ti fún tẹ̀dọ̀ ìránṣẹ́ Ọlọ́run ńlá kan lórílẹ̀‐èdè Nàìjíríà ẹ pàdé wa lórí ètò lọ́jọ́ ọ̀la gbọ́ngbọ́n yóò kàn sí tòun ojú òní tiwa ìbàjẹ́ òní bá gbogbo tẹ́lẹ̀dọ̀ bá fi sí payẹ́ iléeṣẹ́ lálẹ́ yìí olókoòwò kéékèèké ẹ̀yin lẹ́gbẹ́lẹ́gbẹ́ ẹ̀yin níjọ ẹ̀yin tẹ́lẹ̀dọ̀ aṣẹ́gi ọ̀la fún ẹ̀yin tẹ́lẹ̀ fi sí ètò alárugẹ ẹ máa bọ̀ ẹ wá ṣe nígbọ̀wọ́ àwọn ètò akẹwà fi ti kẹfì ràn tiwa lọ́wọ́ lórí The African Portal ètò yìí náà ni káràkátà àtàwọn ètò wa tó ń jáde nínú iléeṣẹ́ yìí ojú òní tiwa ìbàjẹ́ òní bá wa á máa pàdé ara wa nílùú Ìbàdàn tí mo ti wá dáfò ní ṣiṣẹ́ rí láì ní kọ̀ǹdọ́ tẹ́ bá rọmọ ń dáfó tó dúwájú lọ́wọ́ rẹ̀ tẹ́ parí máa wòyàn iṣẹ́ òun ló mọ láò iṣẹ́ mọ́ ńlá tọ́tàn mo dìbò fẹ́nu mi olúbọ̀nbọ̀ tìrìbọ̀bọ̀ nílé ayọ̀ ó dọjọ́ mi ò dọjọ́ mi ó dàbọ̀.
Káràkátà 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 èrò ọjà káràkátà All tí ó ṣẹlẹ̀ ló ká wá Kata.